You think you're a tough guy that can handle martial arts? Coming from a varsity wrestler, I challenge you to come to a wrestling practice, test your toughness, and see if you like it. Wrestling is a martial arts sport where you and your opponent have to meet a certain weight to wrestle. Primarily, the main goal is to pin your opponent for a total of 16 points. Each takedown is 3 points, reversals are 2, and stand-ups from bottom when held down is 1 point. The ultimate goal is to stack up points for your team. A tech fall is 5 team points, a major is 4, and a win by decision is 3. Once again, the ultimate goal is to pin your opponent for a total of 6 team points. We ask head coach John Shagru why people should wrestle and how it's impacted his life.
Yeah, so you should wrestle because it's a one sport, and other coaches might not like to hear this, but it's a one sport that turns boys into men. You go out there and you fight another kid from another town that is your size and your weight. So you're representing what Methuen stands for, you're representing what your last name stands for, and it teaches you every sort of life skill that's going to make you successful when you get older. So it's very difficult to explain. It's something you have to experience. It's the closest thing to a fight that you can have in the high school legally. So if you're someone who enjoys fighting, if you're someone who thinks you're tough, this is 1,000% the sport for you, and we'd love to have you on this team. Go out there and take wins. Wrestling, there's nothing given in wrestling. Not one thing is given. You got to go out and take it. Yeah, so the thing with wrestling taught me, and I grew up wrestling. I wrestled for Methuen. Now I coach Methuen. I've coached for the last almost 15 years now. It taught me that hard work equals results. If you put in hard work, if you stay dedicated to something, if you stay committed to something, you keep showing up every single day, no matter what it is, you're going to be successful. You're going to be successful at the sport. And then once you leave the sport and you start your own career, then you'll be successful at that career as well. So it really teaches you how to be a beginner at the start, take your lumps, and then slowly progress into, you're getting decent, and then one day you just look back and you're like, wow, all that work I put in, now I'm like really, really good at something. And that's a lot of things that kids don't understand right now. So I think this sport really teaches them that, and if you can stick with it, you're going to be successful, way past high school and this sport in general.
Being a varsity wrestler requires, once again, needing to meet a certain weight to wrestle, a very high tank of cardiovascular energy, and a very high tank of muscle cardio as well. The boys work really hard and push themselves to their limit in practice. We asked Captain Vinny DeMeo how wrestling has helped him with other sports as well.
Yeah, wrestling's like the hardest sport in the high school. It's unlike any other sport I've ever played. And a lot of the kids that I talk to, it's unlike any other sport. It's the toughest mentally, physically. It's kind of draining during the season, and that kind of teaches you, a lot about yourself, and how you work, and your process kind of determines like the outcome of the sports. So I would say the mental side of wrestling is kind of the most important, and that kind of translates to the field. When you're down a play, you're losing points, you know that you can always come back, and the effort's going to be there.
The best thing about wrestling is for sure winning. The thing I love about wrestling is you get what you put into it. It's only you out there, and the amount of work you put in is how far you're going to get, especially being from Methuen. Having those older guys, like as me as an underclassman, seeing them put in the work and seeing them get the results, just knowing how to do it, knowing the system, just doing the same thing, putting in the same amount of work, getting to where I want to be, especially this year, having the success I'm having. It's all just from hard work, you know what I mean? I started as a freshman. A lot of people started when they were little kids, you know what I mean? And it's all due to hard work and seeing what everybody else is doing.
I'm Giorgio, back to you guys in the studio.